Hello, my name is Brandon Fry. I'm with Guaranteed Rate, and today I have the pleasure of sitting with Kat Massetti of the Haven Group with EXP. Thanks for joining me today, Kat. How are you doing?
I'm good. Thanks for having me. This is
Awesome.
fun.
Yeah, I'm excited to have you. Excited to learn more about you and your business today. Um, we all know, obviously, that you're a very successful real estate agent, but what I would like to know is how you got into real estate.
Sure. I think I personally enjoy learning about how real estate agents get into real estate because I don't think very many people wake up and are born and say, "Hey, I'm going to be a real estate agent." I think that everybody has a different path that gets us to this place. For me, it was really unexpected. Before I became a real estate agent, I was actually a pharmacist, and got to the level of pharmacy supervisor. And I had been a pharmacist for 6 years, full time, and got to the level of where I was supervising 30 people, 10 pharmacists, 20 technicians, and we were in a very high-paced environment. Wow. Yeah, it was a grind.
Yeah, it sounds like
so I decided then to switch to another grind. But I got very burnt out, and healthcare, even that was pre-COVID, and healthcare even at that time was already getting to be something I wasn't really super interested in anymore. It got away from helping people. And that, go figure, is why I got into healthcare to begin with, was to help people. And so it became a lot more about metrics and just very corporatized in the sense of having to get prescriptions out faster. And it just wasn't something that I found fulfilling anymore. And so I started, looking for another career. And I actually didn't think about real estate. I love coffee. So I actually thought about going to be a barista. I wanted to switch totally and switch gears. And people that know me, they know I love coffee. And I told my husband about it, and he's like, I'm all for, you're supporting your dreams. And he was like, but we got bills to pay. So, he said, hey, you love HGTV, you love Zillow. Why don't you consider being a real estate agent, getting your license? And at the time I thought I didn't really think anything of it. And then I happened to very randomly call Vic DeCaro, who eventually became my team lead. But we had a 45-minute conversation. And from then on, it was like, that's it. That's what I'm going to do. So I went and got my license, and I started selling real estate. And it's been 4 years full time now. So I started at the end of 2017.
You dodged a bullet with COVID and just jumped right into real estate. Perfect timing.
Yes.
Just you drew it up.
More power to my pharmacy friends who are still out there grinding, hustling out in the pharmacies. Please be kind to them. Anytime I talk to, anybody, please be kind to my pharmacy friends, because it's definitely a changed world after COVID, especially.
Oh, I can imagine. Yeah.
Yeah, but the skills I gained from the pharmacy world really helped me make the transition into real estate, because it taught me how to multitask. It taught me also how to triage problem solving. And at the end of the day, what you're trying to do in both the pharmacy world and the real estate world is to make sure that your customer or your client is happy and that they are taken care of. And so those skills translated very well from pharmacy into real estate.
That's awesome to be able to apply that directly and see the results and the success that you've had. What do you think is your favorite thing now that you are a real estate agent? What's your favorite thing about being a realtor?
Yeah.
If you could pick one.
If I just had to pick one thing, the thing that keeps me going, even when, times get tough in the real estate world, is that at the end of the day, knowing that I truly helped somebody. So, most people, they don't move because it's a random thing that just came into their head and they're like, hey, I'm going to change, I'm going to move houses today. Most people move because they have a transition in their life, whether that be a job change or, new baby or divorce, or something's going on in their life that's causing
big life change.
Yeah, a big life change.
Yep.
And so with that comes usually, a move. And I like the satisfaction of knowing that I helped people get through something big in their life. buying a home and selling a home is probably one of the biggest financial decisions you're going to make in your life. And so knowing that I have a big impact in how that affects people's lives is my most favorite thing about being a real estate agent.
Yeah, that's awesome. The connection, yeah, I agree with you. The connections you have with your clients and to see firsthand how you can impact them is huge, and what motivates people to keep going.
Yeah, definitely. I mean,
Yeah.
real estate's a people business, right? It's all built on relationships, and it's not it's not a job at the end of the day. It's something where you're truly helping somebody go through something.
Absolutely. Well, in that respect, then what do you think makes you different than other realtors?
Other than the fact that I'm awesome, more awesome than your average realtor. No, I think what really, sets me apart and what I strive to do in my business is it's not a paycheck for me at the end of the day. It's not, I'm not looking at it as far as what am I going to gain out of this and how much money am I going to make out of this? What really I strive for in my business is to be a genuine person that's helping somebody get through something. So, for me, utmost is honesty. I think that especially in this market right now, being honest with people and telling them what it is, how the market really is, and setting that expectation for people is the most important, especially I think for a competitive environment where it's so one-sided for the sellers.
Yeah.
And, being honest with clients and saying, this transaction may not be what you think it is, and setting up the expectations correctly so that they are entering it with their eyes wide open. So for me, being very straightforward and being truthful about what the experience is going to be like. I don't sugarcoat things.
Yeah, and you shouldn't.
I know. I told my client, I had a buyer consult last night, and I said, I'm not trying to be doom and gloom, but I'm just really trying to, give you the true story of what's happening in the market right now so that you can make the best
And
decision.
prepare them for it. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm about the utmost prepared, the most prepared that you can be as a buyer or a seller in this market, then that's going to be most beneficial for you. So that's what you get from me as a real estate agent. Extremely honest to a fault sometimes, maybe.
That's great. That's great.
But
and you are awesome. More awesome than your average realtor. You're so awesome that you should have a theme song. If you had a theme song or an entrance song where you were walking out in front of a big crowd, what would your song be?
This is an interesting question. There's one song that has always followed me through my life, and it's something that's probably unexpected, but it's ABBA's Dancing Queen.
Yeah, I can see that.
When I was in elementary school, I discovered ABBA. I don't know how, but I discovered ABBA's Gold album, and that was it for me in elementary school. I know all the songs, and for somehow in every pivotal moment in my life, Dancing Queen has always come on. Like when I was trying on wedding dresses, it was the third dress that I tried on, and I came out, and the radio happened to be playing Dancing Queen, and my whole family is like, "It's your dress." So that's gonna be my entrance song. It's not
from
super
what you
sexy.
tell me, your clients recognize you as the dancing realtor. They see your dancing video.
Right.
It all comes back around, right?
It does, exactly. I am the dancing realtor. You can check out my reels.
Well, with your clients, like I know you said you had a buyer consult last night. I know you work with first-time buyers and experienced buyers, but if you could only give one piece of advice to our first-time home buyers who may be paying attention or watching this video, what would that be?
Get pre-approved with Brandon.
I like
shameless
that one.
Plug, shameless plug.
I like that one.
No,
we're gonna use that. We're gonna clip that and use that a lot.
Well, I think that is really, though, that's step number one. If you're a buyer, and I tell my clients this all the time, first time home buyer, second time, whatever, however many times, right? If you are not pre-approved, if you don't have your finances in order, then you are going to the shopping mall without your wallet. right? So
Yep.
you're not going to go shopping without your wallet. You need to know how much money you have to buy something. So really, really, I hone this in so much that, I become a broken record, but get pre-approved first and foremost. That's going to prepare you for every other step along the way.
I couldn't agree with you more, obviously, from the chair that I sit in. Yes, I agree with you on that one. And then as you've grown and learned so many things over your years in real estate now, if you could go back and give yourself some advice on real estate or being a real estate agent, what would you tell the old Kat who was just getting started?
The young Thundercat cat. um, what would I tell her? I think the biggest lesson for me is, number one, take a deep breath. Like this is a adventure. If you're starting out as a new real estate agent, that's going to be unlike anything. You're basically a small business and you need to prepare yourself in that way. So I think that, all the younger real estate agents out there who are just starting out, viewing yourself as a business from the beginning is going to set you up for success. And number two, especially with how much social media plays such a big part in our industries, I think the biggest lesson, and I tell myself this too still every day, is not to compare yourself to other people and what you see on social media, because people are going to show you the best. They're not going to show you the nights of, crying over glasses of wine.
Yeah.
Not that I did that last night, but they're not going to show you that hard work, like all the hours that went into that one closing photo where everybody's so happy, and that's all you're seeing throughout social media. And you start comparing yourself and saying, oh, I can't believe they closed that many. Like, how come I'm not, doing that well? And I think that in this business, to have a laser focus on your own business and your own goals and how you can achieve them is beneficial and going to set you up for success, rather than continuing to just compare yourself to your peers, because everyone's on a different path. Everyone has
Yep.
other things, different things going on in the background that you're not going to possibly see. So I would say, focus on your own goals and how you can best achieve them for yourself.
That's extremely important. I always say everybody's in different chapters of their own book, so you don't know which chapter they're on versus what chapter you're on. So just keep writing your story.
Yeah. And I tell all my, I mentor a lot of agents through, I have another group through EXP called The Hive, where we mentor a lot of agents. And, I tell those agents on there all the time, and they get sick of me saying it, but it's not a sprint, it's a marathon. It's a marathon. Like, don't think that this is going to happen overnight. Like all the activities that you're doing today, all the seeds that you're planting today are going to become fruitful in 30, 60, 90 days. But this is not an overnight business. This is a business that requires you to, grind continuously for a longer period of time.
Yeah. Don't burn out trying to do it overnight.
Don't burn out.
Yeah.
That's real.
Well, awesome. Well, thank you again for joining me today. Congrats on all of your success over the last few years, and obviously wish you success this year in 2022 for you and all of your clients who are going to have their offers accepted.
Yes.
And seriously though, just thanks for joining us, and we appreciate having you.
Thank you for having me. This was so fun. We need
Awesome.
to do it again.
All right, we will. I'll have you back on. Don't worry.
All right.